We begin with a security update where bandits have abducted an unspecified number of travelers at Dogo Fili near Kateri along the Kaduna-Abuja highway in Kachia local government area of Kaduna State. A resident of Kateri, Suleiman Danbaba, said the incident happened around 7:33 p.m. when the bandits wielding AK-47 rifles emerged from the bush and blocked the two lanes. According to Danbaba, the bandits opened fire and deflated the tires of some vehicles, forcing drivers, including commercial vehicles, to stop. He said the bandits forced travelers to alight from their vehicles at gunpoint before moving them into the bush. Another resident of Jerry, Samaila Shehu, said the incident led to the abduction of over 30 travelers. The Kaduna State Police Command is yet to react to the latest kidnap incident at the time of filing this report. Move over to Imo State, where the police command says it has busted a criminal den that may lead to it apprehending those behind the kidnap of a road safety officer, Sabinus Ugwebu, and former Eze Imo, Samuel Ohiri. Both victims were kidnapped few days ago at different locations in Imo State. The police spokesman in the state, Henry Okoye, who disclosed this on Tuesday, said police operatives, in collaboration with the military, made the big breakthrough when they stormed the criminal hideout suspected to be an IPOB and ESN camp at Ihite Owerri in Olu local government area after a gun duel. He said after a protracted gunfight with the alleged IPOB and ESN members, an unnamed suspect, was apprehended while others escaped with gunshot injuries. He added that other items recovered include one pump-action gun, 2 double-barrel guns, 2 single-barrel guns, 54 rounds of live cartridges, military uniforms, 6 motorcycles, and a box containing locally made explosives. He reiterated that the command will not rest until the kidnapped victims are released and the culprits brought to justice. Now, away from security matters, the federal government, through the Federal Ministry of Education, will on Tuesday set up an inter-ministerial committee to combat the activities of degree mills. The ministry's Director of Press and Public Relations, Ben Gung, made this known in a notice sent to journalists in Abuja. The activities of degree mills once again came to the center of discussions in Nigeria following an investigative report by a reporter, Umar Audu, with the daily Nigerian newspaper on the activities of degree mills in Benin Republic and Togo. The reporter revealed how he obtained a degree within 6 weeks and even proceeded to embark on mandatory youth service under the National Youth Service Corps scheme. Suspended Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation Minister Dr. Betta Edu will this Tuesday be grilled by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission over alleged 585 million naira fraud in her ministry. Edu, who was suspended on Monday by President Bola Tinubu, is being accused of paying the humanitarian funds into a private account. The 585 million naira was meant for payment of grants to vulnerable groups in Akwa Ibom, Lagos, Cross River, and Ogun states. Following her suspension, Edu was blocked from seeing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who had directed the anti-graft agency to thoroughly investigate the financial activities of the ministry and some of its agencies. A source said that her access tag was withdrawn by a security agent at the State House, Abuja. The president also directed a panel headed by the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edu, to investigate the financial structure and operations of the social investment programs with a view to restructuring relevant institutions and programs. And now to Kogi State, Governor Yahya Bello has appointed caretaker chairman to oversee the affairs of the third tier of government in the state with immediate effect. The governor disclosed this via a late-night statement by his chief press secretary, Mohammed Onogu, on Monday. He said his action is in accordance with the reenacted law of the Kogi state, outlining the establishment, composition, structure, management, finance, and functions of the local government areas 2023. The statement said the governor's action is aimed at filling the void left by the former local government chairman who recently completed their tenure in office. The newly appointed local government caretaker chairman are expected to be this Tuesday, January 9, at the Glass House of the Government House, Lokoja. The All Progressives Congress in Edo State has pegged the party's expression of interest and nomination forms at 50 million naira ahead of the September 21 poll. The party has also fixed its primary for February 17. In a schedule of activities and timetable for the 2024 election in Edo State, released in Abuja on Tuesday by its National Organizing Secretary, Suleiman Muhammadu Arugungu, the party pegged the nomination form at 40 million naira and the expression of interest form at 10 million naira, respectively. It said female aspirants and persons with disabilities will pay only for the expression of interest form and get the nomination form for free. Arugungu stated that youth aged between 25 and 40 will pay 50% of the nomination form fee along with the expression of interest form. The party stated that its decision complied with the relevant sections of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the Electoral Act. And now to Osun State. The All Progressives Congress in Osun State has dragged former Governor Rauf Aregbesola before the Federal High Court, sitting in Osogbo, for allegedly creating a faction within the party. An Assistant Secretary of the Osun APC, Wahid Adeniro, in an affidavit in support of the originating summons filed by the party's lawyer Ayodele Kusamotu, urged the court to declare Aregbesola's formation of a group called Omoluabi Caucus an act of anti-party. The suit also has the Independent National Electoral Commission as a defendant. Also joined as defendants were a former member of the House of Representatives, Rashid Afolabi and Lani Baderinwa, who served in Aregbesola's cabinet as the Commissioner for Information. The Osun APC wants the court to make an order of perpetual injunction restraining the first defendant from attending or recognizing or accepting any congress or convention held or to be held by the second to fourth defendants and any other persons associated with them in their factional and parallel political group or association for the purpose of inaugurating and constituting the executive council or committee of the plaintiff at any level and nominating candidates for any elective positions under the provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended in the name or in the platform of the plaintiff. Away from political matters, police constable screening at the FCT Police Command, Commissioner of Police Haruna Garba emphasizes the importance of original certificates and warns against falsehood or forgery. The screening, with over 600 applicants, is aimed at bolstering the police force in ensuring improved security in the country. Noel Sampson brings us this report.
The FCT Police Command, in sync with other police commands, is re-emphasizing the need for integrity in the process of recruiting qualified personnel for the police in the country. FCT Commissioner Haruna Garba underscores the need for due diligence in selecting qualified candidates.
And I want to inform all the applicants here that this exercise is free. You are not going to pay a kobo to anybody. The IGP, KD, Egbetokun, PhD, NPM had already illustrated this point. So whoever asks you to bring money, don't give. Fake or forged certificates. I think it is better for you just to leave so that you will not be apprehended, because we will not tolerate that. I expected that as we are coming, all the documents they are going to present to the screening committee are genuine documents and certificates.
Some of the applicants speak on the motivations and quality of the process. Aishat Audu shares her intentions, expressing satisfaction with the smooth process, and shares her expectations.
I applied for the police job because, one, I like the police job and I want to serve my country. My hope is that let them call me for the work so that I can be able to join and serve my country.
You only need your indigent form, indigent certificate, with your original SSC results, and letter of recommendation from any of your head district leader, and medical reports. All of those things, you need photocopies and original in 2 flat files.
So how was the screening exercise?
Oh, very, very fine. Alhamdulillah.
So how did you go inside there?
Successfully. The screening exercise is very good and nice.
Was there any difficulties?
There's not any difficulties. The hope I was the screening, I just want the result to come out successful to me.
The CP highlights that this stringent procedure aims to ensure the recruitment of deserving candidates. The screening will run on to January 29, 2024. Noel Samson, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Thank you so much, Noel Samson, for that report. Still with the Nigerian police. The force on Monday commenced the screening of shortlisted police constable cadres for the 2022-2023 intake in Jos, the Plateau State capital. The exercise, which is holding at the headquarters of the police command, is for all shortlisted candidates from the 17 local government areas of the state. Trust TV's Adomusa has details of the story.
Let me see, have you written your number?
The exercise began as early as 8 o'clock on Monday. The recruitment exercise commenced with the screening of candidates' credentials, followed by a physical test, and then concluded with the submission of their papers at the final stage. Muhammad Gimba, the team leader of the exercise from the Police Service Commission, said the recruitment is to help tackle the security challenges in the country. He added that more badges will follow after the current exercise.
So far, so good. We are on course. Candidates that were shortlisted have started coming for the screening exercise, which commences today. And we have a very large turnout. And so far, so good. We've screened a lot this morning. Being the first day, we had some hitches setting up the place, but everything is going on smoothly now. A new police, renewed police. We are screening them thoroughly to get the best out of them. At the end of the day, we'll be able to screen and get the best out of the applicants, and that will boost the security status of the country. No, it's not enough. It's not enough, but it's the beginning. This is first batch of the 30,000 approved. This is going to be 10,000. Then it's going to be in segments. Yes, and we hope that after that, more approval will come to boost the number of Nigerian police to meet up with the United Nations standard.
The spokesperson of the State Police Command, DSP Alabo Alfred, while speaking on the ongoing exercise, said the command is doing everything possible to ensure the success of the exercise.
The Commissioner of Police, CP Okorodu Salawari, has put everything in place to ensure that this exercise is issue-free. And like you have seen, the people have been taken, their names have been taken. Those other ones that are, you see everybody filling their files, doing everything that they are supposed to do as regards the screening. Earlier, we have met with the officers from the Force Headquarters and the officers from the Service Commission, Character Commission, and also from the Ministry of Police Affairs. all of us are working together to see that we get the best candidate for the job.
Some of the candidates speak on their expectations.
If I've been opportune to join Nigerian police force, first of all, I will serve my people based on my ability. And I will, since I have that position to join Nigerian police force, for me, it will depend my people and their property and my nation at large.
As a police officer, I'm hoped to, if I'll be recruited, and stand to defend and serve the federation as expected of me. And as all the misunderstanding or those breaking loose try to shape and reshape the laws to a better standard.
I should protect life and properties in the community and also in the society, and also to make sure that people are doing the right thing.
According to the Police Service Commission, the shortlisted candidates are the first batch of the 30,000 cadets expected to enroll the police force. Ado Musa, Trust TV News, Jos.
This is a news update on Trust TV. Still ahead. Nigerians react to planned tariff hike. We'll bring you details of this story and more to come shortly. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Join us for the 21st Daily Trust Dialogue and presentation of the 2023 African of the Year. This year's theme, Tinubu's Economic Reforms, Gainers and Losers, will be chaired by Dr. Shamsuddin Usman, former Minister of National Planning. Guest speakers, Wale Edun, Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy. Dr. Victoria Akai, Immediate Past Director General, Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Comrade Joe Ajero, President, Nigeria Labour Congress. This event takes place at NAF Conference Center and Suites, Kado Expressway, Abuja on Thursday, 25th of January 2024, 10 a.m. Attendance is free and you can watch the live broadcast on Star Times Channel 164 or Nicomsat free to air. For sponsorship, branding and participation, please contact 081-5176-4600 or 080-3392-8902. Don't miss this insightful dialogue shaping the economic landscape in Nigeria.
Welcome back and thank you so much for staying. If you're just joining us, this is a Trust TV News Update. Now let's take a look at a recap of some of our top stories. You heard that bandits abduct travelers along Abuja-Kaduna highway. Plus, federal government to inaugurate committee on combating fake degrees. Moving on to more stories. A federal high court in Abuja has fixed further hearing for March 4 in a fresh 1 billion naira suit filed by detained leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, against the federal government and 3 others. The others are the Attorney General of the Federation, the Department of State Services, and its Director General. Justice James Omotosho rescheduled hearing in the fundamental rights enforcement suit following the absence of the applicant's lawyer. At the mention of the case, no lawyer announced appearance for the applicant, while the respondents were represented by 2 lawyers, Enoch Simon for the federal government and the EGF, and I. Awo for the DSS. Simon informed the court that his clients were only served with the hearing notice and had not been served with the suit's originating processes. The lawyer said he was in court out of respect for the law. Upon listening to the lawyers, Justice Omotosho adjourned till March 4 for hearing and ordered that a hearing notice be issued and served on the applicant. Telecommunication services subscribers may soon start paying higher for calls and data as operators seek the federal government's approval to increase telecom tariffs in the country. If the telco's request is granted by federal government, Nigerians will pay between 10 and 15% more than the current tariffs, according to sources at the Nigerian Communications Commission and Ministry of Communications. Aisha Abdullahi takes it from here.
According to the Nigerian Communications Commission, the country has around 222.5 million telephone customers at the end of 2022, with over 215 million active mobile phone subscriptions. Mobile phone services play a pivotal role in the socio-economic lives of Nigerians on a daily basis. Although sources say the expected tariff hike is yet to get the green light, deliberations are on the way to weigh its impacts on the lives of consumers across Nigeria.
It's going to affect us so much. Even previously, we are trying to manage how we can attend some of our seminars, our meetings online is not easy. Increasing more of the tariff of data is going to really cause a lot of damages to us because the economic of this country is not really helping. You see how people are struggling, how to survive. So it's not going to be easy.
About changing the code, when it really affects me when changing the code. Because even my mom at home, she have to call me, even call me on WhatsApp call if she don't have this thing airtime. She call me on WhatsApp call there, which code they use in buying data. So all these things, making calls and the network is not good like that. Then increasing the daily plans now, which is data, it really affects me.
Sometimes they will be complaining of network, something. You buy data of how much? 2,000 naira. You have not even reached the specific date they give you, either week or the thing will just finish.
I think it's not a good welcome development. The reason being that every Nigeria makes calls. And that is one thing the common man always benefits from the government per se. And if they are going to increase it, it's going to affect virtually everything that the common man stands to benefit from the government.
It's going to turn negatively on our business and our private life. So life is becoming unbearable. It's becoming difficult for everyone in Nigeria already with the increase in PMS and gasoline, diesel. So now that we go to call again.
For most Nigerians, a hike under the current economic climate will only further compound a dire situation. For now, it remains to be seen whether telecommunication service providers will get their wish to hike the tariffs. Efforts to reach the NCC for comments on this development were unsuccessful. Aishat Abdullah, Trust TV News.
Thank you so much, Aisha Abdullahi, for that beautiful report. Now, away from that, the Dangote Petroleum Refinery on Monday announced its readiness to commence production of refined petroleum products as it received the 6th batch of 1 million barrels of crude oil required by the plant for its initial operations. It said the fresh 1 million Agbomi barrels of crude was the last cargo to complete the initial scheduled 6 million barrels consignment to be delivered to the Dangote facility for the commencement of operations by the world's largest single-train refinery. Exactly a month ago, Dangote Refinery received the first 1 million barrels of Agbomi crude grade from Shell International Trade and Shipping Company Limited, one of the largest trading companies in Nigeria, as well as globally, trading in over 8 million barrels of crude oil per day. Since then, Dangote Refinery has been receiving the crude oil in batches, and the 6th batch of 1 million barrels of crude got discharged on Monday at the single point mooring at the Dangote Offshore Oil Terminal. The managing director of Dangote Ports Operation, Akin Omole, had told newsmen at the Dangote Quay, Ijebu, Lekki, Lagos that the refinery would be in good stead to commence operation once the 6 million barrels of crude had been delivered. And now away from Nigeria to a sad development, the death toll from the powerful earthquake that flattened parts of central Japan on January 1 crossed 200 on Tuesday, with just over 100 still unaccounted for. The 7.5 magnitude quake destroyed and toppled buildings, caused fires, and knocked out infrastructure on the Noto Peninsula on Japan's main island, Honshu, just as families were celebrating New Year's Day. 8 days later, thousands of rescuers were battling blocked roads and poor weather to clear the wreckage, as well as reach almost 3,500 people still stuck in isolated communities. Ishikawa regional authorities released the figures on Tuesday, showing that 202 people were confirmed dead, up from 180 earlier in the day, with 102 unaccounted for, down from 120. On Monday, authorities had more than tripled the number of missing to 323 after central databases were updated, with most of the rise related to badly hit Wajima, with heavy snow in places complicating relief efforts. As of Monday, almost 30,000 people were living in around 400 government shelters, some of which were packed and struggling to provide adequate food, water, and heating. And in sports, Super Eagles coach Jose Peseiro says Kelechi Iheanacho is now fully fit to play for the team at the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire. Peseiro was quoted as saying that Iheanacho would now join the rest of the Super Eagles squad for the AFCON after completing his treatment for a muscular injury. Iheanacho had been sidelined due to injury and was not part of the team's week-long training camp in Abu Dhabi. The Leicester City striker stayed at his club to recover fully for the AFCON, which kicks off on Saturday in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire. Super Eagles, the three-time champions, are expected to depart for Cote d'Ivoire on Wednesday to participate in the 34th AFCON finals after attending a special dinner to be hosted by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu in Lagos on Tuesday. The month-long AFCON tournament begins on February 11, with the Super Eagles expected to kick off their campaign against Equatorial Guinea at the Alassane Ouattara Stadium in Abidjan. And with that, we've come to the end of the news update at this hour. But remember, you can always follow us across all of our social media platforms and also join our YouTube live stream for more news, programs, and documentary. I'm Aisha Salihu. Thanks for your time. I'll see you again.